Listen, if you expect to be with somebody forever, ever, it's like, let's get real with it from the gate, you know?
And I told you that Jada was addicted to So how Jada would watch at the house is she had her laptop, she would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. Being around Will for 38 years and Jada for almost 3 decades, I saw a lot of things that I believe to be.
All right, listen up. What you're about to hear is going to blow your mind. Jada Pinkett Smith just got hit with something she probably thought would never catch up to her. A federal investigation and a $3 million lawsuit. After years of playing games, humiliating Will on national television, and allegedly threatening people who dared to speak out, karma has finally come knocking. And this time, there's no red table talk that's gonna save her. We're breaking down everything. The cheating, the threats, the tapes, and the names of everyone who's coming after her. Buckle up, because this story goes deeper than you think. Let's start with Jada doing what she does best, snitching on herself. For years now, Jada's been out here confessing to everything from drug dealing back in the day to openly cheating on Will Smith multiple times. And she does it with this weird sense of pride, like she's some kind of rebel icon, instead of someone who's allegedly been involved in some seriously questionable behavior.
Recently, you've opened up and talked about back in your early days when you were younger. You said that you were a drug dealer, and you said you just decided that this one little piece was important to share.
A bad one at that.
You weren't even a good drug dealer?
I wasn't a good one.
Oh, no. But you said it was finally time to share. So why was now the time?
Well, I felt like there had been, and still is, a lot of missing pieces to my relationship with Tupac, and I know that there's a lot of intrigue around.
Now, here's where things get wild. Jada has this pattern of humiliating Will Smith in public, and her memoir, Worthy, is proof of that. Back in 2023, she published what she called a no-holds-barred memoir, where she basically aired out all their dirty laundry. And in this book, she admitted to cheating on Will multiple times. But the craziest part wasn't the cheating itself. It was how she responded when Will confronted her about it. They did this whole Red Table Talk episode where Jada sat down with Will to discuss her entanglement with August Alsina. And when Will pressed her on it, she actually blamed him for her cheating. Yeah, you heard that right.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely. The only person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker. I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
Right.
And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody. We ride together, we die together. Bad marriage for life.
So, get this? Even though there were constant rumors about Will and Jada having an open marriage, both of them denied it. But here's the twist. Jada was the only one actually going out with other people. She called it a transparent marriage, which apparently meant she could cheat on Will as long as she told him about it afterward. Yeah, I'm confused too.
You know, just lots of rumors and tabloids and all of that. And you were very careful in the book not in a whiny way or whatever. Let me clarify this.
Right.
Let me clarify these things that have been said. And one of the things that you are careful to clarify is it was never an open relationship.
Thank you. I'm glad, yes. It was
a transparent. You say it's a transparent relationship. And what do you mean by that?
So transparent meaning, look, I wasn't going to fool myself into thinking that we as 20-some-year-olds, babies, mind you, getting married and living in Tinseltown,
spending a lot of time apart, okay, that we weren't going to run into temptation situations.
You're young, beautiful, rich, temptation.
Right.
You're apart a lot. Temptation
apart
is
a lot.
raining down
Right,
on you. Yeah.
exactly, right? And I'm like, hey, we got to be in partnership with this. Like, I wanted to face it head on and just go, I didn't want to create a culture of deceit or betrayal between us. And I just wanted to be real about it from the gate. I had seen so much just with, I knew what street fame brought dudes, okay? I knew what street fame brought. And I'm like, if street fame does that, I can only imagine what global fame does. And from me, my own experience walking into rooms, all eyes on me, and how intoxicating that was as a young woman. You know what I mean? It's like I had been there and done that, you know, in regards to my earlier years before I met Will. But I just knew that I just wasn't going to set myself up that way. But it was never an open marriage, you know, and like either one of us get to do whatever we want to do. That was never the case.
As you say in the book, it's about eliminating the possibility of betrayal.
Yeah.
If something happens or you want it to happen, talk about it.
Absolutely.
Which is the healthiest way to go in.
Listen.
Because it happens to everybody.
To everybody. Listen, if you expect to be with somebody forever, it's like, let's get real with it from the gate, you know?
Listen, the public wasn't buying this transparent marriage nonsense. People started calling them out immediately. One person online wrote, "They both do my head in, constantly gaslighting the public that their mutual humiliation and betrayal of each other isn't humiliating and betraying. What an exhausting family." But here's where the story takes a much darker turn. What was really happening inside the Smith household? According to multiple sources, this wasn't just about cheating or unconventional relationships. This was about an environment that allegedly wasn't safe for children. Jaden has always seemed uncomfortable around Will in public appearances. There were even rumors that both Jaden and Willow wanted to get emancipated from their parents. And when you see some of these clips, you start to understand why.
There's a whatchamacallit, there's a distance in terms of affection showing between the general and his son.
Absolutely.
Is it like that at home or no?
Nah, not really.
We're
Not
very
really.
affectionate.
But
We're very
affectionate.
He tried to kiss me in the
Have you ever
press
kissed your
conference.
son on Thai television before?
You're not looking kiss
Can
my
you kiss your
son.
Thai on Thai
I
television?
can kiss my son. Jaden, come on. Are you okay?
What are you saving for?
I'm gonna buy my parents' house.
Mm-hmm. You're going to buy your parents' house from them?
From them, yes.
Okay. Will they then stay there with you?
No, I'm gonna give them a little apartment.
Uh-huh. Will that be like in the backyard, or where will the apartment be?
Think about that for a second. Jaden wants to buy his parents' house from them and then give them a small apartment. That's not normal parent-child dynamics. That sounds like someone trying to gain control and distance from people who allegedly hurt him. Now, Brother Bilal didn't stop with just these allegations. He went even further, claiming that while Jada was busy humiliating Will on national television, Will was allegedly involved in inappropriate relationships with young men in the industry. One of the names that came up, Brycer Gray, the star of Empire, who Will publicly said he was mentoring.
It's great. I'm watching him, he's with my man Charlie Mack. So Charlie was with me every step of the way. First out the limo. So Charlie has been with me, 30 years coming up in the business. So, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
It's like Uncle Will, Who is best to give you advice? And it's Will Smith, and I'm getting so much good advice. I got my first acting role, Empire, and it's changing my life. And it's like I'm listening from the greatest, and it's like making me well prepared to work with Taraji and Terrence Howard,
So, Jada publicly announced they were gonna sue Brother Bilal for defamation. She said it multiple times, on The Breakfast Club, on TMZ, everywhere. But here's the thing, that lawsuit never came. Why? Well, Bilal has an answer for that. He actually followed through on his threat and filed a $3 million lawsuit against Jada for defamation. That's right. Brother Bilal is now suing Jada for $3 million for calling him a liar and trying to destroy his reputation. And in court, Jada's going to have to prove that everything Bilal said was false. If he pulls out even one of those videotapes he mentioned, game over.
Will and Jada sagas and entanglements and drama was out of the mainstream.
Bro,
here we are again.
It's back. Now, a man by the name of Bilal Salam alleges that Jada and her entourage basically rolled up on him at a birthday party in 2021. He said he was very close friends with Will for decades. But Jada and about 7 other people confronted him at Will's 53rd birthday party. And he claims that she became very aggressive. She told them that if he didn't stop telling her personal business, that he would end up missing or catch a bullet. That's what he's saying. He also claims that Jada was demanding that he sign like a non-disclosure agreement. And he said months later, they actually needed his help. He claims that, after Will's infamous Oscar slap, they were trying to use him to help him with crisis management. But according to the lawsuit, it says the plaintiff refused to perform tasks he believed to be illegal, unethical, or morally compromising. And he's basically saying that he didn't want to be involved in any cover-up or deceptive PR campaigns. And now he feels like they're retaliating against him, and he's suing her for $3 million.
So the threat was regarding what exactly? Rewind that for me.
So the threat was, stop telling my personal business. And he's claiming that she said, or end up missing or catch a bullet, according to him. That's what he's saying.
Got it. And he was working with the family.
That's what it sounds like, because he says he was very close to Will for years. And at one point they needed him. But he refused to cooperate with, stuff that he felt was illegal.
Let that sink in. According to the lawsuit, Jada allegedly threatened brother Bilal at Will's birthday party in 2021, telling him he would end up missing or catch a bullet if he didn't stop talking. She allegedly tried to force him to sign an NDA. And then, after the Oscar slap incident, they allegedly tried to get him involved in what he believed were illegal and unethical PR cover-up campaigns. But threatening someone isn't enough for Jada, apparently. When words didn't work, things allegedly got physical. Brother Bilal claims that Jada sent people after him, all the way to Colombia where he was living.
I got a driver, Fernando, that would drive me around. In Colombia, everything's cheap. So he'd drive me around, run errands, do everything that I need to do. Kind of like an assistant, right? So we're pulling up to my apartment in Colombia. And when I pull up to my apartment in Colombia, there are a bunch of guys with two guys with black pants and white shirt, Scientologist outfits, right? Not saying they're Scientologists, who knows, right? And then there was another guy who I found out to be a private investigator, and they were by my house. So I told him to drive past, right? So he drove past, he parked. And I'm like, damn, why are they in front of my house? But the crazy thing before that, somebody sent a picture of the front of my door in my apartment and texted to me from a number, right? With nothing. So I put two to two together. I'm like, damn, they might be out to get me, right? So we're driving one afternoon. And while we're driving through that afternoon, a car pulled up with a guy with a mask on, right? And tries to run my boy off the road. So he's trying to not run, because in Colombia, you have a lot of freeway parts, but you also have a part like there's no barriers. So you could, somebody make a wrong turn, you down there.
Because it's mountainous.
Yeah, so the car is, so my assistant trying to hitting the other car so we don't go on a barrier. So the guy put the gas on, boom, right? One of the people that I saw, even with the mask, I'm able to see it was one of the people that was at my apartment. So we rolled down the embankment, right? Glass breaking, everything. Like I could hear oh man, it was bad, right? So by the time I get myself together, I look over, my man got a big piece of glass like this stuck in his head, right? It's about this long, because the windshield broke when we was tumbling down. So finally the police came, the ambulance came, they took me to the doctor. So now my back is messed up, I gotta have black surgery. And then my knee, I have to have knee surgery, yeah. So
How is your driver?
How is he? He still got brain damage. He still got brain, I'm responsible for this guy now. He still has brain damage.
This is insane. According to Bilal, after he started speaking out, mysterious people showed up at his apartment in Colombia. Someone sent him a photo of his own front door as a threat. Then, while he was being driven around, a masked man in a car allegedly tried to run them off the road on a dangerous mountain highway. They crashed down an embankment. His driver got a massive piece of glass stuck in his head and suffered permanent brain damage. And Bilal himself needed back and knee surgery. And all of this allegedly happened because he refused to stay quiet about what he witnessed in the Smith household. Now, you might be wondering, what does all of this have to do with Diddy? Well, buckle up, because the Diddy connection makes this whole story even crazier. Jada and Will were actually close with Diddy back in the early 2000s. But even Diddy, yes, that Diddy, apparently had his limits when it came to the Smiths. According to Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, there was an incident at a party where Diddy genuinely thought he was about to fight Will Smith. Why? Because Jada and Will were allegedly making inappropriate advances toward Jennifer Lopez, who was Diddy's girlfriend at the time.
At a birthday party that I think either Matt Damien was giving for Ben Affleck, it was just a little gathering. It was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damien, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith, and Jada, and it was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his own some kind of way, like, and then he went like this, you know, like I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go over towards him, and he said to me, he said, "Yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close, because I'm going to snuff them." I said to myself, Will Smith gonna beat the shit out you. No, Puff could scrap now, but I don't think he could beat Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Well, he could scrap. You know what I'm saying? So then he said that shit. So I didn't go back over there where Will Smith's sister and her husband was. I stayed about, if he snuffed Will, I could move slow enough that Will could probably get 2 or 3 punches back in. Yeah, but that's funny. He thought that Jada and Will was coming on too strong to Jennifer, making advance.
Can you imagine being so wild that even Diddy, who's currently sitting in jail for some of the most disturbing allegations we've ever seen, thought you were coming on too strong? That's saying something. And now, with Diddy behind bars and federal investigators going through everything, people are starting to connect dots they probably should have connected years ago. There are rumors that Will Smith might actually be in some of the tapes that Diddy allegedly recorded. And this lines up perfectly with what Brother Bilal was saying about Will and Jada recording their own activities. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has been dropping hints about these alleged tapes. And when asked who the mystery A-list celebrity might be in Diddy's recordings, Will Smith's name keeps coming up.
The sex tape that's being shopped around, a Diddy and another male, they say the other male is an A-list celebrity.
I would wonder if he's white or black. And if I'm looking at any black guys that are A-listers that's bigger than Diddy, there's only one that I could come up with. And there's a few I could come up with. Will Smith, he's bigger than Diddy. I would think Nick Cannon is bigger than Diddy. Who else on the black that are black actors or black in the business that's an A-lister that's bigger than Diddy that's black? That's hard to think. But then if you got the A-listers, you know, you got to realize he ran with that black that Rat Pack, and I don't want to even say their names because they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner. What's the other guy? Leonardo. Yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats, but I heard that that's not only the tape that's being shot. There's some other tapes out there, other people too with him, and him doing some things with some other people. So it's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing, and I don't want to see the tapes, but I want to know if they really true.
Look, let's be real about what Jada's dealing with right now. She's got a $3 million lawsuit coming at her from brother Bilal. She's got allegations that she literally threatened to end someone's life. There are claims about her creating an unsafe environment for children in her own home. There's talk of a possible federal investigation into her connections with Diddy's whole operation. And on top of all that, there might be tapes out there, compromising tapes involving both her and Will. Between the lawsuits, the death threats, the alleged tapes, and the federal pressure closing in because of the Diddy situation, that carefully crafted image Will and Jada spent decades building, it's cracking wide open, and it's cracking fast. What used to look like just another messy celebrity marriage with some cheating drama is now being looked at as something way darker. We're talking real victims here, real threats, real legal consequences that might actually stick this time. This isn't something Jada can fix with another Red Table Talk episode where she cries and plays victim. This is about whether she'll actually face real accountability for once in her life. Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure you're subscribed because this story is far from over.